Hey, what's going on? It's your boy TPindell. Welcome back to another video. Y'all been sending me this all weekend, but I've been in Miami. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Having time in my life. I ain't even start editing the vlog yet. Hopefully I can get that to y'all by Friday. 5/10 Friday. I don't know what this is right here. I don't know what they're doing. They just dropped this with Arlette. I don't know if it was so bad Arlette said, let me get some of this. I gotta talk to this man. Or if it was so bad and embarrassing on his part because everybody been attacking him on his Instagram. This is the downside to dropping something that they recorded in February, in January, February, March, and May. Late April, May. Holding on to this content for 2-3 months. Think about it. The girl on there crying and shit, fake heartbroken or whatever. Dude ain't even knocking down. They ain't even really, you know what I mean? She was just probably embarrassed, heartbroken. And then when you talk about something out, you know what I'm saying, out loud, it get more embarrassing and get a little emotional sometimes. She starts crying in February. And I know this was filmed in February because he had Apple Watch on and it said February 13th or 16th. This was filmed in February, didn't get released 2-3 months later. You know what I mean? She don't know how this is going to get edited. He don't know how it's going to get edited. And then she crying online. What if she dating somebody new now? It's 2-3 months later. You know what I mean? She with a new man. People hitting her up. Hey, why you crying over him, girl? You got a new man. Hey, yo, why your girl on here crying? Hey, ain't that show you dating now? Why she on there crying about another man? You know what I mean? Netflix does this. MTV and BET used to do this with reality TV shows. This is why people like YouTube, because it's right now rolling. You know, you holding on to this stuff for woo, 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 woo. You know what I mean? Like, you almost went, they probably almost wish they ain't even do the shit. They probably like, nah, this kind of embarrassing. But that's why people like Amazon. We get our stuff in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? We go in there, order, and just chill and kick it at the house, get quick delivery. And delivery used to take a week, 2 weeks. You know what I mean? That's why Radio Shack out of business. That's why Circuit City out of business. You know what I mean? That's why everything falling out of business, because it's a new day. Y'all gonna do what the hell y'all want, BM now. But we don't want to see 2-month, 3-month, year-old reactions and caught-ups and reunions. Drop the shit, man. Drop it. Y'all holding on to follow-ups for 2 months. Like y'all dropping 3 or 4 of them a week. Drop the content. God damn. Welcome back to the video. Yeah, and the hair getting long. As hell. You think it's a game, and ain't got no hair on my sides. I got this. If I had this hair right here, this whole be right here. So just know, my hair longer than yours. So watch your tone in my comment section too. Watch your tone in my comment section. That little piece of hair you got on your head. Hell wrong with y'all. Only thing is I gotta organize my head. I gotta get organized. Shit be all in my ear. This is why I wear bandanas and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind y'all seeing that forehead. I love the forehead. You know what I mean? Let's get into it, man. Yeah, we back though. 12 months, yo. Holding episodes. Drop the shit, bro. Come on, BM. This is not what it's all about, bro. You're holding on, bro. Man, you're gatekeeping. Man, drop the vids. Man, come on, man. I'm trying to react to it.
Welcome back to BM Talks.
That boy came in with an updo. Put darts. Look, still a kid. Darts and basketball courts at the house and shit. And this is in his room. It look like door closed. Let me chill out. I'm judging too early.
We have Devin.
Y'all are molesting this man's Instagram account. I ain't gonna hold y'all. That's one thing about social media. Y'all get on somebody's account and say some brave ass shit to strangers. People, you wouldn't even say that to people in their face or out loud. If your coworkers knew you was talking like this, if your boss knew you was acting like this online, he'll fire your ass. Y'all get online and act real crazy brave. Everything I say, all my jokes, they get my jokes in person. I done got a couple threats. I done got a couple people laughing like, yo, you funny. I know it's all fun and games. But whoop-de-woo. Best believe when I'm outside, I got that thing on me. Even when I ain't supposed to have it on, I got it on me. I got it on me. I got stuff to do tomorrow. I gotta make it to the day. And my friends make fun of me too because I carry mace. They like, man, you carry mace. I got that thing on me too. The mace is to de-escalate. All right, now just mace your ass. If you ain't never been maced, oh shit. I was at a club one time and police maced somebody close to me. And I'm like, let that mace hit your ass in the nose and the neck or touch that skin. You're gonna be cooked. But yeah, I'm a de-escalator though. I use my hands for prayer, not brutality. I don't want no problems. Just don't come up to me acting crazy. All right?
He's back.
I do like a little problem sometimes. It depends if I'm on that.
Back. He was on episode 42.
That boy BM got a suit on.
Catch up. And so I wanted to bring him back on BM Talks to catch up from that catch up. you know, just
Why? Because y'all shot that shit in February. It's April. No, January, February, March, April, May. It's May. Y'all shot that shit in February and gave it to us late ass April. It's May right now, fam. I bet you he ain't wait on this one. Hit it while the iron.
see where things are. So, welcome. How you feeling?
I'm good. Glad to be back. I know we didn't get a chance to, I guess, talk like last time, but yeah.
Right.
Y'all calling this man out his name, calling him sweetness, all kinds of stuff on this man's Instagram. Just disrespectful, man.
Right. So, my first question to you is, how was the experience on Pop the Balloon for Fine Love?
Like overall,
Yeah.
it was cool. I think it was a pretty positive experience. I'm glad I did it. Like there was no regrets or anything in regards to doing it. It was cool to see the behind the scenes and kind of how the show functions. And then, yeah, I got a match and everything. And kind of went through the process of that. But no, it was a cool experience.
Okay. So, I guess my first question to you is, why did you choose to match with Kyla on the show?
All of BM's questions are set up strategically. It's about to be a trap. Some kind of way. He about to set this thing up. He playing nice guy now. He playing good guy, bad cop with himself.
Oh, yeah, you want me to be honest. Okay, so as I was going through the process, like the first girl came out and everything, and I thought she was cute, all that, whatever.
You cute, though.
That's kind of obvious from the interaction that we had. Told her she looked good and everything. And then
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
then Kyla came out, and mind you, like, I guess when you're in the lineup, at least for me, like my mind is just flying. I'm just thinking of like all types of things, like just trying to process everything that's happening. And then a lot of it's just me thinking like, don't say something stupid. Like don't stutter, don't say something stupid. Just like, do not do anything like that. There are no viral moments. I'm not trying to do that. To the point where I'm so focused on that. She comes out and I look at her and I'm like, okay, she's cute. Like cool. And then she starts singing. And then that's what I'm thinking about. I'm just like, wow, that took a lot of courage to do and everything. And then we start going through the questions and I'm kind of like trying to figure out like, is she someone that I want to date or not? Then we go through the questions.
That boy keeps smacking.
And I'm still just kind of iffy. And I'm answering the questions. And honestly, as it's going on, my answers, I'm not giving the most in-depth answers because I honestly just didn't think she would match with me. So I was like, all right, well, I'll answer the questions. I'll kind of like see where this goes. And I'm hearing other people's answers, and I feel like they're kind of more in line with hers. So I'm just kind of holding on to my balloon. And then it got to the point, it kind of got to the end, and I still had my balloon. And I was like, I don't really have like a reason to like pop on her. Like, I don't feel like I have a legitimate reason to be like, no, this wouldn't work out. And then we ended up matching. And it was just kind of like, okay, like, let's see. To me, it was kind of like, let's see if this is something. And then, yeah, we ended up matching.
So you was attracted to her?
I thought she was cute. Like,
she cute though. Hey man, ladies, I thought you cute. You cute or whatever. Don't mess with no guy that hit you with that. I thought she was cute. Like he basically said, she's all right. You know what I'm saying? Have a little bit too much to drink. You know what I'm saying? But date, walk outside hand in hand. Why are guys like that? I'm just telling y'all how it's going down. If I can't keep it 100 with y'all, let me know.
I thought she was cute. Like,
it'd be like when guys look at girls like that, and I'm not saying this about the girl, and I'm just saying I feel like this way about her because I ain't even seen her in person. You know what I'm saying? So when guys look at a girl like that, you know what I mean? For you to stay around, you gotta be like in a woman's way saying, oh, that's your best munch, your best eater. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he look all right. Oh, he ain't got a lot going on. But girl, you know what I'm saying? So for him, she had to be off the chain. You feel me? I'm talking about off the chain. But for him to get with her, he not even really like her, like I'll be attracted to her, and she asking all these deep ass and depth ass questions. He probably was talking back to her and giving her them answers, then going home and be like, bro, I'm not even like on this girl like that. Why am I talking this deep to her? You know what I'm saying? That's just how I know it's not right. Why didn't he communicate it? I know, guys. I know. I'm just telling you.
I thought she was cute enough to like see.
So is that a yes or a no? Was you attracted to her?
He's sucking them teeth.
I mean, if it's yes or no, I would probably lean more towards no. Like, she's not like,
Got a sympathy match.
I'm describing like my ideal woman. It's not like her for the most part, but also like I understand like there's more to like a relationship and everything than just like the pure, attraction. Like I thought it was worth a shot. I thought she was cute. So I was like, I can see she seemed kind of sweet. And she was singing, she had some cool things about her.
Some vibes. She was vibing a little bit.
Now, my next question to you is, have you ever ghosted someone before?
Oh, yeah, he definitely has.
I mean, yeah.
If you ask somebody a question, they laugh, you already got your answer.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm not even going to, I would say, I'm not saying that it's right, but I would say it's not like the most uncommon thing in, I guess, like dating nowadays.
All of this is poor communication. Poor communication and entitlement on either side. For you to go somebody and just stop talking to them and not give them an actual answer. Somebody disrespect you, cross you the wrong way, or do something rude or ridiculous, they don't even need to be talked to. But just in general, like how he did, I'm gonna text you tomorrow. I ain't get around to text you tomorrow. I'll text her on Monday. Or I ain't text her for 6-7 days. That's diabolical. That's crazy.
Not condoning it at all. But I really wouldn't consider what happened with me and her like ghosting. Like I've had like, back and forths with somebody and we're talking and, I'm interested in her. And then it kind of just fizzles out. And maybe you could qualify that as ghosting. And that's what I'm referring to when I say yes. Because there's never been like a situation where like things are going well. And then I just immediately just don't say anything ever to the person again. Because I know people were getting on me kind of about the time it took me to respond. Even though I responded, like, I don't consider that like full-fledged ghosting. I feel like everyone's kind of throwing that term around, but it's up to interpretation, I guess.
Okay, so let's go back to the time that you took to respond, because you say that you didn't speak to her for 3 days.
Right. So we were talking. So we had our coffee date and everything. Then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we were talking back and forth. A couple voice messages throughout the day. And then, and even then, like there's still time in between those messages, just because I'm typically doing something. Just between, I have 3 jobs, and then I was also dealing with my rental car business. So I mean, I stayed pretty busy. But so on Thursday, on my way to work, I sent her a voice message letting her know that, hey, this is my time of week where I get really busy, and if there was ever a time where I get irresponsive, that this is that time right now. So I let her know that on Thursday on my way to work. And I think she responded like, like, okay. And then I didn't get back to her the rest of Thursday or Friday. And then on Saturday, she sent me a text asking me, was everything okay? To which I immediately responded, because I don't want her to be like worried or anything. And I immediately responded to that. So at that point, I still didn't ghost her. I was just not responding to her in like a timely
Nigga, that's ghosting.
manner.
Okay. That boy funny, boy. That boy ain't taking no accountability
when she
either.
reached out to you, right? You then took another 7 days.
So this, like, mind you, like in that original catch up, I approached that catch up pretty light. Like I didn't go over anything in my head. I didn't prepare for that at all.
She was prepared.
So she was kind of coming with like she took a minute to prepare, like knowing like what all the points
she
that
was
she
reading
wanted to hit.
stuff.
I just thought it was going to be a pretty like friendly conversation. So mind you, I wasn't like prepared to go into like every single detail, kind of the way
hurt, man. She was hurt.
But this is your chance. So
yeah, for sure. And that's why I'm like taking the time.
Yeah.
So Saturday, she sent me that.
So this is exactly what I'm talking about. They had to get this man an opportunity to do that. He was unprepared going into the catch-up. This girl had 3 laptops and a notepad in front of her and 8 composition books. He got taken off guard, and the internet destroyed him. So even though BM got their show and got this woo-de-woo, I don't think their ultimate goal, even if someone does ghost someone or whatever, and I know a lot of women, and women are doing the ghosting 70, 80% of the time. You feel me? Sometimes you can't even get their ass out the house. Sometimes, hey, text me when you get home. You don't even get no text when they get home. I already know. Yo, how come they keep doing this? Hey, stop going out. Stop it. Save your money. But he's just trying to get an opportunity to not come clean, but tell his true side of the story, because Yeah, it was diabolical. It was crazy, man. It was
Text, and I
sad.
immediately responded, which she kind of got mad about, like at least in the catch up. She was like, "Did he immediately responded?" But I'm like, "Yeah, because you seemed concerned, and I wanted to make sure you didn't think I died or anything." So I was like, "Yeah, I'm good. I just been busy. I'll respond tomorrow when I'm like settled because I work from home on Sundays. So it's like I have time. Like I can make some time to respond to you. And even then, like I'm still working, and that doesn't mean I want to take time away from whatever I'm doing to respond to a message." And then, mind you, we're sending voice messages, so these messages can get pretty long. You're talking about like 2, 3, 4 minutes
I hate them
of
joints.
just yapping, and I can like talk. So
I
like,
prefer them joints on Instagram. When you get the voice message on Instagram, you can put it like a podcast, 1.25 speed, 1.5 speed. But when you get a regular text message, that joint just be chilling. There got to be an update on iPhone.
I'm gonna make
I'm gonna
a
talk
voice
to
message.
people.
I need to carve out like up to 10 minutes just to like
That bit was
talk
yawning.
about things. So I was like, I'll respond tomorrow, and then I didn't respond Sunday. I ended up responding on Monday.
Okay.
And then on Monday, I sent her a message basically responding to her messages from like Wednesday, I guess, because on Thursday, maybe I didn't really respond to
What the
them.
hell
Or
are
maybe
we
I
talking
did. I can't remember that exactly. So I responded to all the things she said before. And then I talked about all the things that had been happening between Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I send her that message. And she responds to that without a voice message.
Damn.
All she responded to like minutes of me talking was, yeah, I was starting to feel some type of way. And then she said, I thought it was either something or somebody.
Ooh.
It's like why I wasn't responding. And I looked at that and I was like, so you not going to respond to like everything that I said? Like, I was just talking for quite a while. Like, I get it. You can get your point across and be like, I felt some type of way. But then, like, at least respond to my messages. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, like, what do you want me to say to that? Like, we're not in a position to where, like, I told you, how my life works and, like, kind of how busy I am. So I'm not here. Like, it's too early for me to be trying to reassure you about anything. Like, we've been talking, like, it's too soon for me to be like, oh, no, there's no one else. There's nothing. I've just been busy. Like, I didn't feel like I was about to do all
So I
that.
ain't doing all that shit.
So I just didn't respond to that.
He said,
And
I'm
then
not about
at
to do
that
all
point,
that.
I was like, okay. I was like, let me just, like, I need to let her know that I don't think this is going to go anywhere. So then, like, that would have been Monday. So then, yeah, a bunch of days went by where I was like, all right, I got to respond. Oh, I got to respond. Oh, I got to respond. Till eventually I did. And then that's when I sent her the message. And then that's the one where she was, she started crying and things like that. And then in that message, still, like, we had only been talking for such a brief amount of time. Like, we went on one coffee date, which to me is like a pre-date. If you really want to consider like a coffee date, we're just really here to get to know each other, to see if anything, if we can move forward with anything prior to her leaving, as opposed to like trying to get to know each other completely through messages. Like, let me see what the face-to-face is like. So I was like, okay, like I had my reasons why I didn't think we would work out. And it took me a while to respond to her. And people, that seems to be the biggest gripe that people have, that it took me so long to respond to her. But realistically, like, I am super busy, and I'm not going to say I never had time to pull out my phone and say something. But realistically, I can kind of do whatever I want to with my time. And if I have the little free time I have, like if I want to just do nothing at all and stare at the wall, like I feel like I have the right to do so. Not to mention, we have been talking for 4 days total. You can, if you want to count the full duration of like before, like I said, this isn't going to work out, you can. And even then it's still like a week and a half, but it was literally like 4 full days of talking. So still at that point, it's not like a priority to me to be like, hey, I don't think things are going to work, because things are going to work out.
Okay. All right. So, all right. This is what I'm going to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
At this stage of your life, you will say that you are a man. You're not a boy no more.
No,
right?
for sure. Yeah,
Well, a man is direct.
for sure.
A man, you see me, I'm direct. I say it how it is. Ghosting someone is what boys do.
It's fairly childish, for sure.
Right. So, this is how I look at it, right? You have to be direct and just be completely truthful with people, especially someone that you are potentially getting to know, And I feel like If this was a woman, if a woman ghosted a man,
Yeah.
then I'm pretty sure all of these, some of these men on social media, the men that's part of the social media soldiers group, the ones that fight for men's rights on the internet, these social media soldiers will come out and they start bashing women. They'll probably start going off and saying, this is how women are. Women ghost men all the time. You see, we're tired of them. They'll come out.
You do not see this very often. You don't see men ghosting very often. When men ghost you, ladies, women will ghost you for the same reason too. But when men ghost you, they feel like they're above you. What's that song Kendrick said? He be like, you messing with, you effing went in that they look better than you. Like, you know what I mean? You basically, the men are basically saying, I'm a baddie too, and I look better than you. That's what it is when men get ghosts. Women ghost, the ex-boyfriend hit them back up, they get back into a relationship, they roster got too many rosters on, they can't dangle it and triangle it. You're not applying as much pressure, you're not leading with your money. It's multiple things when women ghost. You're not leading with your money. They thought the bag was there, but they got to know you and the bag really not there. You got money and you stingy with the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Or you said something corny. You know, they don't like your job. They got to know you and like, you know, something like that. You know, you ain't living in the right city. Oh, you live in the hood. You live in South LA. Oh, hell no, hell no, hell no. I don't go no further than Glendale. You know what I'm saying? You live over in Inglewood. You know what I mean? That's how I get.
Yeah.
So now,
Whole time she thought you lived in Miami. She thought you lived in Brickell. She thought you lived on South Beach. You live off Opalaka. You live off over there at Miami Gardens where the strip club's at. You know what I'm saying? They don't like that. You gonna get ghosted.
what do you social media soldiers have to say when a man does it?
I don't consider myself a social media soldier. I feel like I know who he's talking about, which is hilarious that he deems them as social media soldiers. But y'all already know how I felt about this. I kept it 100% honest guy in the other reaction.
Right. They're like on the same type of time. Like it's just,
Right.
the opposite.
So when a man does it, men, you also need to call out men that also do
Amen.
wrong.
Amen. I agree.
Because
But,
she said that you were
most
the one
men
that-
won't be able to do this. So ladies at home, just know most men don't have enough women to even be ghosting women. They have not accumulated that amount of women. A lot of men won't know what it looked like for a woman to see them and just their mouth drop, they mouth water, them be the presence. They hug. A lot of fellas never hug the woman and they say, like, oh, you smell good. And then as a man, you know in your head that she just melted a little bit inside. Oh, she like that. She pictures, she doesn't want to let me go, but she has to. A lot of men will never be able to experience that.
she putting in the effort. You was initiating the conversations. You was
Hey, a lot of men will never be able to experience, do what you want with me. Ragdoll me, tie me up, I'm yours. Whatever you're into, I'm into. Most men, you tell girls what you into, what you like, and they be like, ew, I ain't doing that. Ew, that's what you like? Disgusting. But when she really like you, I talked to a girl one time, she like, oh, no, I ain't into that, ain't into that. Now, she is an NFL girlfriend. Talking about all the little nasty stuff that on different circuits and talking crazy. Now, talking with the shits. But it changed up.
actually putting in work for her. You were putting in work for her. The first time I called her, and the first time I called you as well, you said, hey, it's all good, we're talking.
Yeah.
You said to me like, yeah, you. So I feel like you're actually the one that's actually putting in the work because you're the one that was planning things.
He set her
He was
up.
the one that was actually making things,
But see,
work.
like to me, I didn't do anything extraordinary. She kind of almost painted a picture that I was like,
He said she was hooked off the minimal vibe of me. He sent her ass on a Hail Mary pass and threw a check down to somebody else.
she said I was like being intentional and things like that. And I'm not going to say I wasn't being intentional, but realistically, I was like, I should try to see her before she leaves So we grabbed coffee before she left, and
he sent her for the alley oop, yo, alley oop, and then threw a bounce pass to her.
it was like the fact that I checked in on her when she left. Like, mind you, you were just with me, and now you just told me you're gonna go drive 6 hours to get back home. Even if it was just one of my friends, if I'm like one of the last people you saw, I'm gonna check in on you to make sure you get home. So I wasn't doing anything extraordinary, and I wasn't saying anything that.
But that's the thing. I feel like you don't think that you was. She's thinking that because you are calling her, you are the one that's putting in the effort. She feels like, you know what? This guy cares. And you, in your head, I feel like you said, you've ghosted someone before. So you've probably done this before. And nobody has ever came to call you out and tell you that this is wrong.
That'd be a whole
Maybe
Instagram
that's why
cook.
you feel like you can keep on doing it, and you feel like it's okay to keep doing it. Because in your head, you think that this is right. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't want it to sound like that. Like I just
Right, no, but I'm saying to you how it looks like. It looks like you're doing this and not realizing that you are hurting people, and people's feelings are getting hurt.
Crying and shit online.
So the females, if you've ghosted females,
So his face is like, how is her feelings hurt? I only chopped it up with a girl for 4-5 days. I had a homeboy went out on a date. I got a homeboy went out on a date, right? He just got back on the dating scene, right? Freshly single, fam, right? He just sent me a screenshot of what a girl said. And he said, these girls are crazy. He didn't say girls. She told her parents about me within a week, started making plans for a future, and I didn't even smash. It's happening, bruh. Sometimes if women like you and they see you and you look good, they can imagine a whole damn future life with you. It'll be 1 week. And they be like, oh, they'll imagine what their kids look like with you. It'll be crazy, man.
females in the past, right? You, in your head, you're like, oh, but it doesn't even mean anything. I'm just checking in. But that checking in to them might be like, wait, he's putting in effort to speak to me in such a way that most, other males don't speak to them. So
yeah, but like the bar so low? Like, is the bar so low to where if I send you a message, and it's not like she would go times without talking to me, and then I like send her another message like, hey, are you okay? She made it seem like I was doing so much more, and I can understand it can come off as like maybe I don't realize it, but I'm pretty self-aware, and I wasn't doing anything out of the ordinary from just going back and forth and talking to somebody. Like, I swear to you, I didn't say it wasn't like, hey, I'm ready to plan the trip for you to come out here. Hey, I'm ready to plan a trip for me to come to you. When can I see you next? Like, there was no talk of like there was no future planning. I didn't lead her on outside of anything than a normal conversation between two people that just met and are getting to know each other. Like,
so why didn't you express that you wasn't into her?
You mean like as soon as I knew it?
When you say into her, what you mean by?
Yeah, you ghosted. Like, this is the thing, right? I'm saying a man is direct. If you feel like it's not going anywhere, why didn't you just communicate
right off the bat? And then my answer would be, it just wasn't a priority for me. I didn't, and then listen to like this.
Wait. What wasn't a priority? So it was not a priority for you to tell someone
her feelings was not.
Not after 3 days of talking.
Come on now, dog.
After one coffee date and a couple days of talking.
So so Devin, it's not looking good. Because if I ask you, it's not looking good, why did you come on the show?
Oh, I wanted to see. Like, I thought the chances were slim.
I wanted to see what a woman was at.
That I would find somebody that I could like truly be with. But I thought it was possible, so I thought it was worth a shot.
So the person that you matched with, she was looking for real love. You wasn't, right?
See,
so now that it happened, I don't think you was looking for real love, because your mentality wasn't to actually try to make something work with someone. I'm not saying you have to. Listen, Devin, you don't have to be attracted to someone. You're allowed not to be attracted to someone. That's fine.
For sure. Yeah.
It becomes an issue when you're not able to communicate that with somebody, because over there she's thinking, yeah, this is all good. Like, he's intentional. He's actually putting in effort. So she's feeling like something is happening here. While you over there, you're like, oh, nothing's happening. I'm just checking in. We're just talking like normal. There's nothing going on. But in her mind, she was like, I came on the show to actually find someone. And she feels like she found someone.
Right,
So she was actually taking it serious in a sense. And you know, sometimes like there's a time to have fun. Me, when it's time for fun, I will be the funnest person.
I don't know about all that.
sure.
You know, when it comes to being funny, I'll be funny.
I don't know about. Come on now, Ben. You come on now. You didn't laugh twice in 2 years now. Come on now.
But when it's time to be serious, I'm serious. And this is the time where you needed to be serious and communicate with her and tell her exactly how it is. Because that is actually leading a woman on. Now, I will say this, right? I think she did move fast as well. I think she should have took her time, right? Because when you said to her that your ex was just something to do, she should have thought about that statement and be like, wait, let me take my time because maybe he might do the same.
What did I tell her?
You said that your ex was just something to do.
Oh, I know. She said that. I didn't tell her that.
He lying. It's not funny. This is not funny.
What I said about my ex was, I was telling her that it was me and my ex, like it was hard to break things off because we worked together. So it was almost like it was difficult to end things off even when I felt like things were over because we still worked together. And I was like, it was almost like the convenience of us being together. It made it too difficult. Like it made it more difficult than like somebody that I don't see. And yeah, she threw that out there like as if
So is it hard for you to tell a woman
You ain't
that
laughing at all.
you're not feeling them? Is it hard?
I mean, yeah, part of me never wants to like hurt somebody's feelings. Like I'm trying to be considerate of their feelings and I'm trying to figure out the best way to end things.
Easy.
But no, I literally did. I tried to end things with my ex and they kind of continued, not to the point where we were still like, I'm not going to say exclusively together because I wasn't like sleeping with anybody else, but it was just hard to kind of get away from that with the dynamics of, you know, the fact that we did work together and the proximity of everything.
That's the whole point of being a man, being able to communicate and tell people exactly what it is. Because by you not saying these things, you're actually hurting them more than you think.
Oh, for sure. And I learned something from that. Like I learned because I told her that I didn't think things would work out. And then she would hit me back. And then we would just kind of continue what was happening. And then
And the crazy thing about men like this, like he said he learned something, but for you to learn this, you had to hurt somebody else's feelings. You had to have somebody else crying on the internet. You had to embarrass somebody else. You know what I mean? That's not shit. Learn some shit on your own feelings. Don't be test driving other people's feelings just to learn something.
after that,
I learned something about myself.
No, I should have told her. I should have told her no, and then just kind of let her be.
Right.
'Cause I saw how it affected her and how she kept getting like hurt over and over again. Right. And in my head, I'm like, but I told you. But at the same time, I was like, okay, no, that was on me. I should have told her that, you know, I should have just broke things off completely. Just, you know, let that be.
It's kind of like the same situation here. Even though this was quick, it was, you know, you lot just spoke for a short amount of time. Some people, you know, they catch feelings very quick. Some people, it takes them time. This situation, she caught feelings very quickly. Now, I also feel like when you said that you don't believe in God, I feel like she should have stopped and actually, she should have been like, you know what, let me go slow, because she doesn't know if you will change your mind one day. And that's a big thing. Religion is a big thing.
For sure.
You feel me? So I feel like, yeah, things did move fast. But at the same time, you did not communicate with her exactly what it was. So that's where the problem lies.
So the biggest thing is the fact that how long it took me, because it wasn't that I never told her, because eventually I did.
What it was?
The problem is with how long it took me. But it took me so long because I didn't think it was that significant that early on to where like I had to be so quick with it. Because like, mind you, if we dated or we were talking for months and then all of a sudden I went 5 days, 6 days, 7 days without talking to her, I can understand like that would be super messed up. But if we're just talking back and forth for a couple days and it takes me a while, like I've known women where maybe we talk every few days. maybe every week, and then I know some where we talk every single day. Like it varies, but to think that like if she would have stopped responding to me, and it's not like I've never had just conversations just end out the blue, and I never I was just like, okay, I get it. They not feeling me. That's how simple that is for me. I'm like, your actions speak louder than your words. If we talk for a couple of days and you just stop talking to me, I'm like, all right, she don't like me like that. Cool, move on. So that's also like, I also understand I've been on the other side of things. So I guess I'm not as sensitive, but I guess I just didn't feel as much as she did. But that huge disconnect, if I think she feels anywhere similar to how I feel at that moment, I don't think that she's like losing sleep and like wondering why I'm not responding to her and like all this stuff is going on in her head, because I didn't think it was possible for her to feel that much that soon, and that I left such a great impression when I was just being completely like normal. Like I didn't do anything out of the ordinary, like in our conversation or in the time that we spoke. So that's why it took me a while, because I'm like it's like she's all right. Like she's like, I don't think she's losing sleep over it.
She all right.
She'll
get over it.
You don't know what she's
I don't know.
thinking.
I don't know.
Right. So,
communicate
but the
with
only
her.
thing that you can do as a man is communicate.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you had to match with her?
I think it's for me, it's like a let's see if this works out compared to her, let's make this work out. Is how I see the dynamic of like our two perceptions of everything. That's why she was so far ahead of me in the way she felt, because she was already planning a future with me, as opposed to like me, who's like, well, let me just see if there's anything here. And that's like the huge disconnect. And that's also why I didn't feel as like, oh, let me let her know now. Let me not waste her time, because I didn't think I was wasting her time. Like I didn't think she was waiting for my messages like that.
But you was wrong.
Yeah, I'm not
thinking
saying
that
I
way.
wasn't wrong. I'm
Because I'm you keep saying that, oh, I didn't think. We're not
asking.
kids. This
I
is
was
what
wrong.
kids this is what boys do. You know, when they are assuming all these things, when the reality is you should have just spoke to her. You should have just communicated. That's it. End of.
Could
You know,
you-
like,
could you
and I feel
imagine?
like you.
I don't like blaming that on boys though. Like BM keeps saying that's what boys do. You know what I'm saying? We're not kids. That shit, you need to go a level lower. We're not kids. Because even as a boy, boys communicate. They say, hey, I got to go to the bathroom. Hey, my feet hurt. Hey, my damn stomach hurt. Hey, I'm hungry. Hey, that hurt. Boys communicate. Even kids communicate. You know what I mean? It's just, let's not put it on boys. Like, you keep calling them boys, like, and boys to men. Like, he kind of getting on him a little bit. That's a little bit of attack of his manhood. Rightfully so. But after the second or third boy, all right, that's enough of that shit. But it's just him. So we don't have to blame it on boys. Boy, I know plenty of young men or boys that I communicate. It's just about want to. He didn't want to. If he wanted to, he would.
You wasn't attracted to her. She wasn't the woman that you wanted to try and put effort for after a while. Maybe you did for the first 4 days, but then afterwards you thought, you know what, it's not gonna work.
I don't think it's gonna work. But there were
but then you should have just been completely direct and just let her know where it is, and then this wouldn't have, all of this wouldn't have happened.
No,
it's just
for
that
sure. For sure. If I would have just let her know in a timely manner, as soon as I was like, this isn't gonna work out, then that's what would have happened. I don't know if she still would have reacted the same way. But still, like, there's still things about it. I'm just imagining if it was vice versa and I was acting so hurt over this, people would be like, this is the softest dude I've ever heard speak. You knew Shorty for 4 days, and there would be zero sympathy for me.
I absolutely agree. I would be on your ass, pause, if you fell in love in 4 days.
If I acted like, if the roles were reversed and I acted like I felt or heard speak, you knew Shorty for 4 days, and there would be zero sympathy for me if I acted like, if the roles were reversed and I acted like I felt so much for her while she didn't feel as much for me.
If you got your ass up here crying, they'd ate your ass alive.
There would be zero sympathy for me. People are completely disregarding the timeline and how quickly she felt so much for me.
It doesn't matter. You know why? Because you hurt her feelings. You a girl's girl. And they are a lot of people. Y'all think men are on the hate women train. A lot of people on the hate men train. Who is let me show y'all. There was a popular young lady off of that was on A Different World. What's her name? Cree Summer. And she was on Shade Booty joint. Shout out to Shade Booty. We go way back on some YouTube black stuff like 2014, 15 type of vibes. You know what I'm saying? What is my Instagram called? Overly Cooked? Is it Overly Cooked? What's my I don't even know my name of my Finsta. That's the crazy part. Bow. I told her to throw her back. Bow. What my shit called? Oh, Beyond Cook. Beyond Cook. I'm gonna show y'all real quick. And she posted something about her age and how she looks. She feels less seen. You know what I'm saying? And that was just her journey. She's like, I feel less seen in LA. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting asked out on dates at my age. Woo-de-woo. And that was her experience, and that's how she felt. The women took it as like men started catching strays. Like, you gorgeous, you look good. I went, shit, okay, she do look good, but she's showing y'all her experience, and men catching strays. We didn't say this. This is how she feels. And she's like, oh, you got to get out of LA. The men love me in the South. All right, that's good for you, but she's an actor. This is her experience. Check it out right here, man.
You do become a little more invisible the older you get as a woman, unfortunately. I spent a lot of my time being hemmed up in vanity, and now that I really can't be. I'm the second half of my life. And now I don't care so much about what it looks like. But it's hard in this town. This is not a place where I have the opportunity. I don't get asked out on a lot of dates. I never get asked out on dates. I don't know if it's...
And that part right there made a lot of women angry. You know what I'm saying? But this is her experience. Just listen to her. This is not a time where you got to take this and attack men. I'm going to show y'all the comments after this, too. Shit is crazy.
In Los Angeles, or if it's just I don't know if it's being 55 in Los Angeles, or if it's just a strange town, you know?
What does that feel like?
It's a weird, counterintuitive feeling, because I actually feel more beautiful now than I have ever felt before. I feel like I've come into my face. I've come into my body. I've really come into my sense of style. So it's weird to not be seen as much.
And this is nuts. This is Shane looking at her like, one day that's gonna be me. Married, in a relationship, whatever. We've seen a lot of women come out and say, I don't feel desired. And they married. You know what I mean? Steph Curry's wife did it. I feel like men aren't looking at me like, we were like, yo, what the hell? You married to Steph Curry? What you worry about that for? You know what I mean? It just happens like that. Get to the comment section. Boom. Invisible to whom? Older women are very valuable. Like, she's telling her story. This is your story. She's telling you how she feels. Y'all telling her to move and go to different vacations, and the young guys all over you. The young guys just trying to crack. They looking at you as sometimes a sugar mama. You know what I mean? Okay, give me a sugar mama. I got me a MILF. They trying to knock you down. They wanted to get knocked down older women all their life. You know what I mean? She got to get out of LA. That's where her work is. That's what she's trying to get booked, get busy, go to auditions. Yup, I'm only 40 and I'm already feeling it. You know what I'm saying? She gives me, I don't know who Earth Kit is. Los Angeles is not recommended place for to grow old in my opinion. You know what I mean? And you got to factor in too, she on here
become a little more invisible.
And I think the thing she's done, her work is beautiful. I think she's beautiful. But you know one thing? She's also on here bare face. You know what I'm saying? No makeup. If a lot of y'all went bare face, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of if the world had to just be bare face, this mother like Adam and Eve, butt naked, no belly tucked in, no boobs hiked up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys putting on designer. You know, we look at some of these guys that's been on the show. They got muffin tops. If we was out here, it would, and I don't think looks are everything, but there's something. It will humble a lot of people. A lot of y'all won't even get on a FaceTime call without that makeup on. Y'all won't even do that. It'll humble a lot. Bring your ass back down to earth. And this is who you really are and what you really look like.
And it's so apparent because the way she detailed that coffee date to say things. Well, first of all, she called me a liar and manipulator. which is crazy to me and are just pure trigger words to like kind of paint me as a villain. And I'm still not saying that I didn't do anything wrong. I should have.
I called you a villain 12 times
an
an episode
in a more timely manner. But at the same time, she was so far ahead in that relationship to me. Mind you, like, I never kissed this girl. I never like attempted to do anything with her physical. She said we talked about children's names. That's not true. She said somebody's name, like somebody she knows in her life's name. That was the same name that I was like, is a name that I've always imagined like naming one of my sons. And she said that, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a cool name. That's like what I consider naming. Like if I have a son, that's what I would consider naming him. She said we talked about the names of our children. She was so far ahead, in a completely different world than me.
in the realm.
And there's, I guess going forward, I should assume that any woman I talk to is completely in love with me off of the first date.
She liked you, bro. She liked you. That's
Yeah.
what
Okay,
it was.
And this is how women gonna roll if they like you. A lot of men don't have to experience that. A lot of women are telling y'all, a woman either likes you or she does not like you, fellas. If she doesn't like you, that's when you're gonna have to apply pressure. If she likes you, you're skipping all that BS. You're skipping it. You're skipping all that. Remember that 90-day rule and all that crazy stuff? If she likes you, she's the hell with her make him wait for 90 days. She's fighting and resisting her own urges to jump your bones. She either likes you or she don't like you. When she don't like you, that's when you got to go through other hoops and obstacle courses and apply pressure. And guess what you're doing? You're begging her for attention. Please give me a chance, because I know you don't like me like that. You don't look at me and be like, ooh, yes, he's fine. My man. Yes, you don't see that in me. So I gotta apply pressure like you a wound and you're bleeding. That's the difference. The same vice versa. Ladies, he either like you or he don't like you. That's it. That's it.
If she liked you and she's acting that way, then just know that she's for real. It's real. Like, this is what it is.
She really likes me.
It's not a game.
He still should have communicated that with her though. He should have said something.
In your head, you did not care about it the same way that she did.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you have. Yeah, I'm not saying you have to be all in for it. You know, but you just need to make sure that she's aware of what's going on, because that comes across as you're leading her on.
Right. I get it, but I think people are being far too critical, as if like we dated for like months and months and we planned a trip, and like they act like I planned a trip with her and then stopped talking to her when the trip was coming up.
I think people are being critical because you came on a show that people are actually finding real love. That's
for sure. And
some of you people that come on the show are forgetting the whole point
of the damn
coming
show
on this platform.
It's for to get in the group chat.
You can completely get out of your head though.
It's to get in the group chat. Hey, to the group chat people, man, the 150 people that's in the group chat that been on all the pop the balloons. Hey, man, I'm about to come on the show just so I can get in the group chat too, man. I'm gonna just come on out there, let everybody pop on me. I'm just trying to get in the group chat. I want to be a part of the cult too. Let me in.
And just assume the person you match with is the person you're gonna end up with forever, unless they're reciprocating that same energy.
Group chat rules and shit. If you're going to get penalized from the group chat, I might as well start taking up tithe and offerings. Come on.
Right, it doesn't mean that, but it's like you need to try. She tried, you did it.
Yeah, I agree.
I literally gave it a shot. We went on the date. I talked to her, and then I was like, all right, this probably isn't going to work out.
But that's not trying, because you
BM, and his eyes showing up is trying. His presence is enough. Me showing up is enough. This is the equivalent of a man saying, I am the table. The table is the relationship. The table is the relationship. What are you bringing to the relationship? Just me. I am the table. I'm enough. I'll always be enough. And that's it. Take it or leave it.
Said, yeah, you gave her a shot, you talked to her, and then you ghosted. That's not you trying. That's you basically being like, you know what, let me just play a game, and then when I'm done, I'm out.
I'm out of here. Take my chips.
I'm out when I want to be, and I'm not going to tell her exactly what it is. I'm done. I'm out.
I'm out.
That's what it is.
I did tell her what it was.
How let y'all boys
do it as quickly as people prefer.
Right. But if she didn't reach out to you, you would have never told her.
I swear to you on my life that I would have told her why we weren't going to work out regardless of if she reached out to me.
I don't believe
and I
it.
don't mean a month would have gone by or something like that. Even though it took me 7 days, I still responded to her after. So that's the point that you're missing as like me like truly ghosting her or never would have talked to
You
her
just said
again.
it took you 7 days. Devin, brother. Brother. It's not looking good.
Because it took me a while.
Right, exactly. Because this is evidence that we are seeing and hearing here. You know,
For
like
sure, no, it took 7 days.
there's no excuses for you not to speak to somebody for that long, you know, and then say, oh, I was busy. You know, I have a lot going on. Me, I'm a very busy man.
I bet.
I don't use that as an excuse.
No, for sure. But I bet the people that you respond to are people involved in your life that you care about and want to maintain relationships with.
That's
So BM just said that, and he basically saying like, it's almost like that last guy that came and found a match and that text BM and said, hey BM, it's a match. And BM was just tired of his ish, like, man, I ain't got time for this. What is this? What is he even texting me like this for? Hope he doesn't waste this young lady time. That's how he looked at her text message, like, we're not even there yet. You're not even that girl. You know what I'm saying? Which it's still disrespectful and wrong because she has feelings. But that's what
I
happened.
asked you at the beginning. I said, why did you choose to match with her? And I feel like if you was having second thoughts, you should have never matched with her.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I could have popped, but it was just like I'm willing to see like if this works out. I'm like, she likes me. Let me see if something develops from this.
Yeah.
It's not that I didn't
So he matched and was settling.
like her. It's just like I like her enough. Like I'm like she's cute. She seems sweet. She be singing. These are all like
She be singing?
this is cool. Let me see what's
Big-ass
up.
karaoke night.
But then as I learned more about her, and there was like the timeline between like having kids and everything, everyone's saying I should have just let her know like that I wasn't interested. But I didn't do that. I let her know why I didn't think we would work out, which I feel like is better than just being like, hey, this isn't going to work out. Like, let me give you actual reasons why I don't think this will. And it just took me too long. It took me longer than it should. I'm very intentional with relationships that I want to thrive and grow. Very much so. You can ask my friends. You can ask girls that I've dated. If I want you like that, you will feel that. You'll get the reassurance, your emotions, physically, all that. You'll feel safe, 100%. But I'm being dragged.
You have to be all for that woman.
Way.
Okay, I mean, I understand that. We are
cry.
saying that it's okay for you not to be attracted or feel, you know,
Just say that.
kind of the way that
It fizzled
she
out.
was.
It's
Fine,
fizzled. It was like, this won't work.
right? Okay, but
You ain't say it.
the main point is that she did not know what's going on.
For sure.
You left her in the dark.
And he about 95% wrong, 90% wrong. I put 10% on her for just not reading the room, for getting so invested and so in love so quick. I know it's hard for her too. You go on these shows, you find a match, all your friends and family, the church asking, oh, how's your match? What's going on with you and such? How's da-da-da-da-da-da? You know what I'm saying? And being a musician and wanting that clout and wanting to be a singer and be in the forefront, this is probably the most eyes she has ever had on her. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, damn, for it not to work out, why me, God? You know? That's not funny. But you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
That's basically the whole story.
Why
here.
me, God?
Now I want to ask you, Devin.
That's
What is your dream woman?
What do you want me to describe? Like how she is, what
on,
she looks
fam.
like?
Yeah, everything.
I mean, realistically, she doesn't like. I don't have like a super preference with what she is. Like, she can be black, she can not be black. Like, I don't have like an extreme preference. Like,
you dipping over there. You dipping over there in them snow bunnies, huh? You like playing in that snow. He said, if it ain't snowing, I ain't going. Uh-huh. Yeah. Ha ha. You over there with Stacy. You over there with that baby girl. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with mixing it up. Just keep it a buck, man. But for him to say that's the first thing, he ain't say tall, short, sweet, thick. You know what I'm saying? None of that. Lips, what the body supposed to look like, what the hair supposed to look like. He said, you know what I'm saying? I mix it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like a little white girl every now and then. He ain't even throw the Latinas in there or nothing. They Caribbean women, they Jamaicans, and the Haitian women ain't getting there. The Trinis ain't getting there. Shout out to all my Trini women out there. You know what I'm saying? We ain't getting none of that. He went straight to dominoes on y'all, black and white.
She doesn't, like, I don't have, like, a super preference with what she is. Like, she can...
That boy hit you with the, I don't discriminate. I like who like me. I like who I had a girl ask one time. I said, do you date outside of your race? And the quickest way when somebody say this is just to look at their Instagram following, see what type of men they follow, or they'll say stuff like that. I see love in all shades. You know what I'm saying? But answer the question, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's up? What's up? You like black, man? I see love in all shades. All right. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
She can be black. She can not be black. Like, I don't have like an extreme preference. Like, I'll date anyone I find.
Look at being about the lieutenant to Dr. Umar on your
attractive, for the most part. But it really just comes down to like the energy that she's giving me, and if it's in line, like I would just say like I like a woman that's super wholesome, you know, feminine, wholesome. Like she's intelligent to the point where like she kind of already knows like what to be doing. Like she's not always coming to me asking me about every single thing. There's an independence, but there's also like she'll allow me to like gently lead her, just things like that. And I do like, I don't know if I just said that I like them taller because I want my kids to be tall. And people are giving me crap because I was saying like as far as genetics go, like if I'm picking how my kids are are more black than anything. I want them to be as fast as possible and athletic as possible just to make life easier for them. My kids are going to be competitive and play sports. So yeah, if like I'm picking that, it's like that's kind of what I lean towards. But I don't have like an extreme preference physically other than you have to look good, but there's a lot of ways to look good.
Right. If you was given a chance to go back, what would you have done differently?
I would have popped my balloon.
And this is what I was saying.
For
like,
sure.
I was saying this. There was a lot of talking here, and I just feel like this could have been avoided by you just saying I should have just popped.
I wouldn't have given it a shot. I should have been realistic with myself and be like,
that's exactly that's what you know when I'm saying
took on a charity case.
I'm saying that. Listen, you know what you want as a man. When you're a man, you know exactly what you want.
As
and
soon as
attraction.
You see it. As soon as you see it.
Yeah, as soon as you see it, attraction is a big thing for a lot of men.
Super important for me. Like,
right. So that's what I was saying. When she first came out, when you saw how she is, if you knew that 100% that's not your type, you should have popped. That you even giving it a go is like, oh, let me do it just to do it. But I know for sure that she's not somebody that I'm.
Yeah, but you know what? Like she walked out, and what kind of screwed me up was, you know, you were like, if you're not attracted to them, pop your balloon. Don't hold your balloon and pop it later. Is what was kind of like one of the things said like prior to the show. So when I didn't pop my balloon at first, I felt stuck with it because I was like, well, I don't want to say I'm not like, she's not really my type, or I don't think.
No, you can. No, you can.
That's what I'm saying.
What I said to you guys was I said, if you're not feeling the woman, pop your balloon. That's what I said. Right. So you can. That means you can pop it. You can pop it anytime. You know,
for sure.
But the longer you hold on to it for,
the more I feel like I have to keep it.
The longer you hold on to it, people are gonna be like, "Why didn't you just pop it straight away?" That's what I'm saying.
And that's what I was thinking about.
So too much stuff was going on in your head. You're like, "What do I do? So do this, or do this."
Absolutely
crazy. And I'm just like, and I'm like, I can't say I'm not really attracted to her. Also, what threw me off too?
What threw you off, man?
Is the people that popped like right when she walked out, and they said they didn't like her hair, and I was like. To me, I was like, y'all sound dumb. I was like, that's crazy. Like over that, whether that was the reason or not, to me, it just sounded stupid. So I was like, I'm not popping my balloon because of that, because that's dumb. So I kind of
trying to prove a point.
And then, yeah, I felt like
now you're in the final four.
It got to the point where I was like, well, I can't say I'm not really feeling her, like the attraction wise, because I've held it too long.
Now you're in the championship.
And then, even in my head, I was thinking about the gym too. I was like, I can ask her, like, does she work out like that? But then I was like, she just said something about doing jungle gyms or zip lining through the forest or something. So I was like, she just mentioned something physical. So I was like, can't pop for that. And then I was like, well, she is kind of short. And I was like, but I've held my balloon too long. Can't pop for that. To the point where I ended up at the end and I stepped up and I was just like,
It's pop
I can't even
points.
think right now. And then it just kind of happened.
Okay. At least you apologized. You know, you
For
apologized.
sure, I
to
am
her.
sorry. I didn't like the last thing I ever want to do is one, make a woman cry. And that's why it is hard to be like, hey, things aren't going to work out because you just know it's going to hurt them, which is fine. It's not that I've never told a girl like, hey, this isn't going to work out. And then like, I'm sorry. But like I said, there was just that disconnect in how much I thought she could even care that quickly. So that's why I just wasn't like, it wasn't like, let me let her know now because I know she's going to be thinking about it. It was never that. I'm like literally thinking she's just living her life day to day, doing whatever she normally does. And she's probably like, oh, Devin didn't respond to me yet today.
Let me ask you a question, Devin. Do you feel like you are...
Let me ask you a question, Devin. They own you, Devin. They own you heavy. But what's gonna come through since they own you heavy is the woman that still wants you. This is his most recent followers. You know what I'm saying? They gonna come through. They gonna come through and still slide. This is what's coming from being on Pop the Balloon. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I know you didn't mean that. Oh, boom, you just need me. Oh, she wouldn't do you right. I would understand you. You know what I'm saying? You know, the light bright's gonna come through too. You feel me? All of them coming through. Look at it, look. Coming through. Come, baby, come, baby, baby, come. They coming through. They want a chance. They want a shot. It's okay that you wasn't into her. Now get into me.
An overthinker, but you don't know how to express the things that you're thinking about.
Look at him. Look at him.
I would say
Look at him. It's about 20, 25 women back to back to back to back to back. That's just in there. It's gonna start like this. Bye. Then the DM coming. They might like your story or something first. Like your story. Something like that. Say it's okay. I know you're going through it. You know what I'm saying? Bye. This right up his little alleyway right here. Look. She got a Cisco tattoo. He right being business. But I know y'all demolishing him. Even on this photo. This supposed to be his recovery photo. Y'all kicking this man ass on this photo, man. Where them new joints at?
say typically as an
might have made
overthinker,
his-
no,
let me
because
see.
I don't even think about things too much. Because
He might turn them comments off because you can't even see the comment number on this. You see the comment number on this? Oh, maybe because it's a carousel.
typically things are really
That's the carousel
black and
too.
white for me. The only thing that makes this unblack and white is the platform, and it's almost like something that I've like the distance thing. Like most of the part, you ask me questions like yes, no, or I just don't care. So like this is like a little different. And then as I know I'm going to end things with her, I am considering that people are going to want to know why, because this isn't just two people that met. People are going to be asking. If I was just like, I'm not interested in her, and she came on the catch up and said, that's what he said, people would have been asking her what happened, and they would have been asking me what happened. So I'm like trying to figure out, like, are these legitimate reasons for us not to work out? And then, yeah, so I am overthinking in a sense about the way I want to go about things, like ending things, just because I know there's a whole audience, attached to this, as opposed to just a girl where I'm just like, hey, things are going to work out. I will never see you again. And you'll be just fine.
Devin,
What?
I asked you if you're an overthinker. On the show, you said that you was overthinking.
That's a crazy environment to be in. It's almost anxiety.
So maybe you do overthink sometimes, but you just don't realize it.
Okay,
Maybe sometimes.
That boy be overthinking, but don't say nothing out loud.
I was
Maybe some-
overthinking about this.
I feel like a lot of the times you do things and you don't realize this is what's happening. But
Real time.
people can see it. Like,
Yeah,
like
real time.
the ghosting thing, right? It's like, I feel like you didn't realize that was an issue at the time. But then when people see it, you're like, oh, wait.
Oh, shit.
Maybe
I can see.
It does look
I thought
bad.
it. Trust me. Like I'm talking to my boy, and I'm like, I still haven't responded. I need to respond. I'm saying it. Like I know I need to. But the crazy part about all this is I'm actually one of the most blunt people in real life. I'm literally the most blunt.
My detector test determined that was a lie. Cap.
Transparent people possible. I literally will tell somebody like to their face, like, I don't want to have this conversation anymore. Like I'm pretty straightforward typically. This is just a completely different dynamic. then like.
So do you think it's because of the show that maybe played a part to why you acted this way? Like,
It's
you
the
feel like
biggest part.
You think it was the pressure for the show?
In a sense, because I felt like I had to, like, realistically, if I wanted to stop talking to a girl that quickly, like, I feel like I could literally be like, hey, I don't think this is going to work out. Best of luck. Or like, you're a good person. Like, I think you got a good personality, blah, 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 blah. You know, good luck with everything. If she told me she's going for a job interview or something. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll be like, oh, still good luck with that job interview. And it'll be like, oh, I'm so intentional. No, I'm just a nice person in that sense. But
I believe that.
yeah, and that would be enough for me. But I knew that wouldn't be enough for everybody because I knew there was a lot more people involved than just me and her. So I'm like, how do I want to go about this? What reasons, like, you know, legitimate reasons do I want to give her? And like, will she be okay with that? And I am overthinking in that sense, but I'm also trying to do it with a bunch of like grace and like softness as opposed to just being like, goodbye.
Yeah, like all of this could have been avoided by you just saying,
yeah.
I'm just not interested. I'm going to bring Kyla back on the show. Comment down below if you want me to bring her back on Pop the Balloon or to give her her own It's a Match.
No, we don't want to see her own It's a Match. Just bring her back on the show, put her in the lineup this time and let her see what's up.
I'll give her a
Devin, Devin, you're done.
I knew he gonna say that shit.
He got his ass cooked.
Hey, Devin, you'll never work in this town again. Devin, you're done. I knew he was only saying that to line that shit up. He was like, you're not. He only said it to like 2 other guys. He never said that to the women either. He only said it to 2 other guys. Devin, you're done. Remember when Donald Trump had that show? He was firing people on the air on a reality show. You're fired.
It's a match.
I'll give her a
Devin. Yeah, Devin, you're done.
I don't get to come back.
I don't want to come back to this. Devin don't need. Listen, Devin do not need to come back, man. And these is just the women that followed him. It could be women sometimes when you do stuff, fellas, they'll cuss your ass out in the DMs. And then you respond back, oh my God, I didn't know you were going to respond. You seem like a nice guy, though. You back in there. You back in there. For real. You be right back in there. Look at that. Look at a little water hit ass in here, too. You be right back in there, fam. Whatever you want.
You're done.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But I do wish you the best, and I do hope that you do find love one day. And if you do, you know, maybe we might have you back on the podcast. You know, show the people that
you're capable of loving and communicating. You got some communication skills in you.
Oh, that would be great. That would be
guy.
great. People just think I'm never gonna find love now, and it's hilarious.
They don't know. I know, Bill. I already know. It's crazy. Some women like. I don't want to call them terrible, but they see men like this and they like it. They like the bad boys. They like the challenge. They want to take it on. You know what I mean? Or they feel like I can change him. He just needs me. I don't know.
I don't even know what my life is right now. There's a whole lot of wondering and speculation about what I got going on, and it's pretty funny.
Whatever that means. I'm going to leave it alone. BM, leave it alone, BM.
It is
All
pretty
right, cool. All right, so any projects that you got coming up?
No, I'll just be working. Y'all know. Everybody knows that I'm just working and all that.
We don't know.
But no, nothing crazy going on. Just working.
Okay. All right, thank you everyone for watching the podcast, and we will catch you all next time.
We out of here, man. Damn, that was wild and crazy. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Be respectful down there, man. We could chop it up. We can agree to disagree. We can go back and forth. Y'all can go back and forth with each other as well. Just be respectful. Let's not call each other out our name. And let's keep it clean. We don't want BM to be looking at the channel and think we are men, soldier, warrior, fighter people. I forgot how he put it, but that was funny too. I'm out of here, man. Happy Cinco de Mayo. All right. New post on Instagram too. I just dropped a picture on Instagram. I got a couple more coming up too. I got some shit in the vault. Went out for F1 weekend, race weekend in Miami. And I dropped this right here. So go check it out when y'all get a chance. Go show some love and be like, yo, we just came from. You ain't got to say you just came from TPindell TV. Just go over there and show some love. All right. Put a rocket emoji in the comment section for me. Went out there and the whole Pivot Podcast folks out there serving you drinks. Chanting all up, man. Grind clock. That's what's up. It was a nice little vibe out there. I got some other footage coming up. I'm gonna post too. I got to see Lauryn Hill in concert for the free, and the drinks was free. You can't beat that with a bat. So slide over to the Instagram. Follow me if you don't follow me. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I'm up out of here, guys. Love.